Today I'm going to be going and test riding a new R1250 GS and 850 GSA, and give you a comparison of my old 1200 05.
Jump off your bikes.
Nope.
Hopefully they're all easy to get off your bike with the side stand.
You enough room there? Have I left enough room? Just watch the front of the bike there on the... Yeah. Might be able to come back a bit. Yeah. All good.
Good job.
Happy days.
Yes. Come on in, come closer.
Do you want to hold your bike?
Yeah.
Sorry. I probably parked too close to you.
Yeah, I'm glad we got you.
Okay, you good?
I know, it's a red one and all.
Good to go.
Okay, so that was pretty basic, nothing too exciting. What we're going to do now is just show you a bit about the electronics on the bikes. They're at a really impressive level now. So it might be good if we get you all on this grandstand over here.
I like to call it the brown snake grandstand.
So who's never seen one of our demos before? Yeah, cool. Who's first time riding with like all the traction and ABS and all that stuff? Anyone? Yeah, cool. So, ABS was on the first Beamers in the mid-80s. Pretty high-tech stuff for back in the day, but obviously like any tech, it just gets better and better. The first ABS system probably saved a lot of lives, but probably a good rider could maybe outperform it, but that's not the case now. So we've got ABS for wet, for all conditions, including off-road, which we mentioned earlier. So we'll just demonstrate an emergency brake on bitumen only.
I might come that way.
Yeah, come
like
that way. You're just going to have dirty tyres, but that's okay. That'll be a bit more of a... And hit the brakes pretty much in front of us.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so we're going to do just quickly spin through this basic stuff, an on-road ABS test. With off-road tyres, there's a nice bit of burn on it. And the ABS at this point is calibrated with bitumen. So with this ABS in Melbourne, we can ride around on wet tram tracks along them and smash the brakes front and back as hard as you can, and you won't crash. It's calibrated to not let
Beautiful.
amazing, eh? You hit the brakes right here. There's a pretty interesting mark where it's a knobby tyre, yeah? So there's gaps, and you can see it's leaving a mark, but at no point is it locking up. And even in that situation, that's about as tricky as you could do for an on-road test. Damp, dirty tyres. It pulled up like there was an anchor in the bitumen. Transition. So now we're going to do it the other way. He's going to hit the brakes on the bitumen, but run it into the dirt. So this is like if you're running wide on a corner or something. Pick the bumpiest bit.
Good job.
Hit the brakes. It's leaving a mark. It's not locking up. It's calibrating. It's adjusting the brake pressure up to say 250 times a second. It's nice how you pick the whoop section.
I just said I picked a nice line, didn't I?
But that's, we say it's almost uncrashable now. We don't want to say it's uncrashable because some people have a lot of skill in that area. But you can see it's nearly hit the whoops.
I know. I knew I was like, as soon as I saw him, but I was like, I'm committed.
But now we just punch it in enduro mode. So we'll do same thing, but it'll hit the brakes here, I reckon. So that's the bike is still going to be really stable, but it's sort of semi-locking up. The wheels are travelling at 20 while the bike's travelling at 30. So it's doing a partial skid all the time, but not enough to make it feel. So there's more skid going on there. It'd be nicer to be on different surfaces, but it's actually leaving more of a skid mark compared to this. Even though that was in the air half the time, You can see it skidding here. So that's Enduro ABS. The bike will be affected a little bit by the camber, and if you go, I want to grab the rear brake, you might be able to change the bike's angle a little bit because it does skid a little bit, but the ABS won't let you lock up the back wheel and do a 180 on it. Skid it to turn, or you can back it in and drift if you're an experienced off-road rider. So that's typical lock-up around, get over a log at 90 degrees, or to squeeze through a gap in some debris on the road or whatever. So that's Enduro Pro. So that's ABS. ABS is braking. The moral of the story with braking is you've got an amazing system that helps you control the bike's speed. You put a 90-degree corner here, or there, whatever. If you don't use those brakes and you get into the corner too quick, or you don't use them enough, you can't go fast around a slow corner. But the moral of the story here is if you get mid-corner and you're going way too fast, then you're going to run out of tyre or you're going to run out of road. Basically run out of skill. You went into a slow corner fast, and some riders can manage that with pure skill, and other riders sit on a crash and then they'll usually blame the tyres or something. So the moral of the story is use the use the brakes well. Don't get into a situation where you're in a slow corner too fast, but you can see what the possibilities are. So that's the braking stories. Wheel speed sensors, managing the brakes. Now we go to traction control. Traction controls exiting corners or using your gas, using your throttle. Traction control helps you in a wheel spin situation. Rain mode? Yeah, rain mode. So when the roads are diabolical, and you got 130 odd horsepower, and you go full throttle. Full throttle with 130 on a bit of damp dirt, it transitions to bitumen, and it's a cut power. We do this again on tram tracks. Brakes on tram tracks and then throttle on tram tracks. And if you can do that on wet tram tracks, or in that instance, you know, you'll feel confident riding on wet bitumen. That's rain mode. Enduro traction control lets the back wheel spin a bit, and the bike is quite crashable. Like if you did that in the wrong place, you'd be on your ass. So it's letting in back wheel spin a bit but control the spin, but in the wrong situation, that's definitely enough to make you crash. You're still a rider. It's not a video game. So we'll watch Enduro traction control. You'll probably pick a bit of the loose stuff on the edges, apply the throttle. Smooth throttle input, so that's letting you steer with the throttle, but instead of the revs going as high as they want, it controls the wheel spin to a certain percentage. So Enduro and then Enduro Pro opens it up a little bit more. So loose gravel, gas on. It's very, very easy to crash. So don't think the bike is uncrashable in that situation. Because it definitely is. So that's why, you know, the rider training, we'll bang on about rider training a lot. Good throttle control. Like with brakes, good braking skills gives a better result whether you've got ABS or not, because you're doing the good inputs. Good traction control, good rider skills with the throttle give the best result with traction on or off. Right? So good inputs give the best result. But you can, with traction on, you can still get up loose hills as long as you've got momentum. If you stop and then try to go again, the traction might mess you up. So there's times to turn it off. Maybe you're stuffed up halfway up a hill, and then you should stop, turn it off and try again, or turn around, go to the bottom and have another go. Riding in sand, turn it off. Riding across creek beds where it's loose sand or rocks, river rocks underneath, turn it off. Know when to turn it on, know when to turn it off, because when it's off, you're unprotected in some situations, but when it, you know, it can be definite advantage to turn it off every now and then, depending on the situation. So that's the story. ABS, brakes, traction control, throttle. So in Enduro mode, be bloody careful. On this stuff, there's a lot of rock and not much gravel. You might wind the throttle on and not get any wheel spin. That's fine. Don't go looking for crazy wheel spin, because if you find it unexpectedly, the bike is very crashable. We don't want your excess. We want shiny bikes. No head-ons, no bikes upside down. Keep your excess.
That's is that your favourite miles? Would you say out of the lot?
Yeah,
Because you've ridden a few obviously over the years.
Sure.
So,
I mean, I always used to love the adventures.
Yeah.
And I still do.
It's a great colour scheme too.
The
though.
Rallye X.
Yeah.
Like I got pretty close with that one. That's the one I raced Fincon, and
Yes.
that's like a long travel, you know.
Yeah.
So they're all.
Did you modify that much for Fink?
No,
or
no,
not?
bugger
Just
all.
standard. Yeah.
Bugger all.
Yeah. Fantastic.
That was the whole idea. Do
Yeah.
it on, do it on a stocker.
For sure. Yeah. All right.
So definitely leave a bit of gap when the riders take off. Don't all zoom up there like a group. If you haven't ridden much, you've ridden much off-road much?
No.
No, just chill out, wait to the back.
Right. Yeah.
Hang with Shane and have a play.
Awesome. You all right? Beautiful, loving it. What a great bike. Soft on the front end. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful place to go and do a test ride. Look at that. Lovely. Yeah, it feels good. Front end is soft enough. Bike feels quite positive. Feels light actually. So I've got a full tank and it feels pretty good. No complaints from me. How does it compare to my old 1200? Yeah, I think so. Even with the chain drive. Road mode?
Yeah, road mode.
Okay, no problem.
Road or rain mode if you want.
Oh, that's heated grips. Come on in. Hey, road mode. This thing feels fantastic. I can't, comparing it to my old 1200, it's which is probably only around 100 horsepower. It's the older one. It's great. Yeah, front end obviously feels different.
Bit of grunt.
But yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So road mode.
bloody good. That front end feels good. Doesn't feel like a 21 when you're riding it. Actually, it's good.
No,
Yeah.
good on the road.
Surprised. Yeah.
I need the list to hand out the new bike.
My old 1200, but I reckon that's going to feel different